The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Long series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 1, Medieval Progression. Today we are playing Transport Fever 2. Don't know what we're working on. We probably should be working on this. Getting our wood system updated. We were also trying to get oil into here, or fuel. I don't think we have fuel set up yet. If I go down here. Well, we have the fuel delivery truck thing set up and ready, waiting. Are all of our trains upgraded? These things don't have to be upgraded. They're going to disappear at some point. Looks like all of our trains are the same. Let's look at our vehicles. What we have. Do we upgrade anything here? We're already using the post bus, so we don't have to upgrade that. This is the only truck that we have, so they're fine. Trains. I don't think we have a new engine. We have a black engine. I think we're using the A3/5. Yeah, these are definitely not green. Okay. Just taking a look around, make sure that we don't need something else worked on first. Our coal looks like it needs to be fixed, so we'll put that up there. We'll grab this, put this up here. It doesn't look like our oil needs any work. Maybe we should. Let's look at this. 800, we're fine. It's just a time issue. Or a frequency. That's the farm there. Okay, over here we have... what, 400 for our total? This only goes up to 400 shipment. This is also going to go up to 400, but only requires 400 from here. These take 2 per 1, so we need 800 wood going in at some point. So that's 400 from here and 400 from here, which means you need to be an 800 at some point. But not anytime soon. What we do probably need is to give them 1 extra car. It's going to push us over 400. But when we double up to 4 trains, that'll push us above 800, and then we can take some cars away from it if it's too much. Coal to steel is doing better. You need to be 800, right, don't you? I'm pretty sure this should be an 800 thing. We need manage line. Oh, actually, we do need that there. Because when this... oh, it already is upgraded, so this needs to be 600 now just to match the 300 shipment, but it's going to need to be up at 800 at some point. Let's try and get this to exactly 400, and I'll just double the trains. So if we go in here and just delete probably 2 cars from both. Perfect. And then we should just go like this. Oop. More trains, 800. Nose is irritated. I don't think we need to work on anything up here. We have 1 truck going from this machines factory to this town over here, just so that this factory doesn't shut down. We're also doing the same thing for the tools that are over here. So these 3 factories, actually no, there's a log thing. Oh, if we change it to being this way, that'd be easier than going all the way over here. Let's quickly do that. And I want this line. Now, south is this station, so we want it right after and before west. Get rid of that. Now we can get rid of this. And this entire road. Luckily the ground goes back to how it was before I placed the road, or else I'd be sitting here and fixing the ground. Now that should mean that when we add a train, we can just swoop in. Probably going to need a separate car for tools. I think tools are a box car and not a gondola? I think it's a gondola. I call it a flatbed car, but I know it's not called flatbed. At least I don't think it is. This thing. Oh, it's a flat car. Yeah, that was close. Okay, and we have two trains that are heading at each other, which I think is the coal line, right? Steel to goods. Where are you at? You are right here. Why are you on that line? Because you are a very long train, and the split/merge is very close. Mind you, it would be maybe back all two cars. So if we make the merge right at the engine, which would mean getting rid of this, making the... I don't want to construct, I want to delete. That would probably get rid of the road, what was highlighted in yellow. I don't think I can get rid of this piece of the rail with the train being here. I think the train's messing it up. So what we're going to do is first make this come out to there and then bring it in. Then we're going to add a temporary crossover just so that this train can get out of the way. And we will add no signals because this one's very close by. Can I get rid of this now? This is a construction not possible. I'm trying to demolish. Oh no. Okay, let this play. This train should... yeah. When you add in a track, it kind of messes up with the AI, so it goes up a little bit and then stops. But now, this train should go. I should be able to delete this now. I can't. So what we're going to have to do is delete this. Why can't I delete this? This is weird. Okay, we'll go to there. Now we can delete that. That is odd. There we go. And then when this train is off of that track, we'll delete this one. There we go. And that should be finished. Now, something that might happen is when this train gets all the way at the bottom, it has an issue at this station. But this is just steel to goods, so it stops here and then turns around. So I do need to keep an eye on train 9. Should be coming out of it. Yep. And you're on the second track, which is this track. No, you're on the third track. No, you're on the second track. So when you come down here... oh, you merge into the bottom. Gotcha. I just have to make sure that this merge isn't too close to the station for the next train. Now, why did I make this... oh, this is for new trains coming in. Gotcha, don't have to worry about it then. What I do have to worry about is this. Now, all I have to do is get rid of this track. Shouldn't mess up with the train, or mess up the train. And when we come out, it should be a nice sweeping motion to get out here. We are going to move the signals back a little bit. Yeah, they're pretty spread apart. So we can, we're just going to delete all of these. Whoop, didn't mean to get rid of the track. Add that back in. Whoops. Okay. Now we go in here and add in all the signals. And then when this train turns around, it should clear your intersection and go straight down. It did. Awesome. We don't have to worry about that again. Did all the trains get up to the coal line? I see one here. Oh, these could be the two new ones here, since they're close by. Okay, I'll take a quick sip of soda. So how is everyone's Monday doing? This kind of feels unnatural to be streaming right now. Does the iron to steel need to be worked on? Probably. If I get rid of one car from both of these trains, would that put us below 400? Yes, it does. Okay. I think we already looked at this and added the cars just earlier. Unless that was for the wood. I think that was for the wood. Never mind. What we can do is duplicate these. Not fix. I clicked on the wrong thing. This one. Should be able to make their way up there. We didn't add cars to it, so we don't have to worry about the length of them being able to work. I just can't wait until we get to the diesel engines where, for example, the train lines that only have 2 trains, we could just make that 1 train. That's very long. We could probably have 1 train doing a rate of 800 goods, or whatever it's transporting. Now, what we were thinking about doing, or what we set up down here, is the train lines going into this station. We also thought about making this brick go this way on the train, but I'm thinking... well, maybe not, I take that back. I was thinking about maybe putting it on a boat line, because it could just be a quick, fast boat going in here. But I kind of want all the trucks to be in the same area for picking up their goods, so I think we would continue with making it all trains coming into the station. Although, could I make a train going past here, in, and then going back, grabbing stone, bringing it over to get some two-way money? I don't think they're on the same car. This should be the gondolas. It is. Are bricks on boxcars? Where's the train? Here's the train. Bricks are on the flat cars, so they're on neither option. And this would be a very long route just to bring it in here. The whole thing that I'm trying to think of is if we have everything coming in, and it's like 5 different goods coming in from the right, 1 good coming in from the left would irritate me a little bit. What? So I was trying to think of making everything come in on the right. Is there a brick over here that would be easy to set up? Maybe we set up a different brick? I know I saw one near stuff we were working on. Where is it? I think it's down here, maybe? No. Was it over here? I don't see it. There's a brick up here. That's not what I meant. I think there's 3 brick making places. If I just go to our town and click on suppliers. Haverhill. Oh, here it is. Now, where is the closest stone to Haverhill? So you then do consumers. So Rockdale. Rockdale would be this one. Nailsea is the one that we're using. And then Cromer. Where is Cromer? You're probably even further away. Oh, they're both right here. That'd be a little too far to do a train. So we will then just not do anything with the stone train, or the brick train, trying to make it moved. Let's get this game unpaused. What we were going to figure out is how the next 3 goods are going to come into the town. So we have our tools right here coming in. We have machines. I think the machines goods train is already set up all the way down to there. It starts here, it goes past this station, comes all the way down. There's 4 lines coming here because there's going to be 2 sets of trains coming down here. Now, how would the fuel come in? The fuel is going to come in on this train, so we don't need to add another line to this. We just need to set up the train bringing fuel from here down to the town, or else it's not going to say that it's bringing fuel over here. And then we could take it off of Strat upon Avon. So the only thing we would have to set up another train line for would be tools coming into this station. Which I am going to actually start setting up. So we start from this station, we add 2 more lines. This is just a bypass, it's not dropping off anything. And then all the way down here we would have to add a bypass as well. Now, do we make this a drop-off point, like a halfway point? So it brings tools from here all the way down to this station, along with the fuel. And then 2 separate trains. So this is 2 trains over here. 2 more trains, bring it down into this town. Or do we just bring it all the way from here in? It would take quite a long time, but I think our trains are going to be upgraded well enough that it won't matter as much as it would have if we did this, let's say, another century earlier. Because as we get closer to the 2000s, the trains are going to start being diesel trains, and they can carry a lot of weight, and they go faster, I think. I know the top speed on most of these tracks is 120, so I know trains get to 120 kilometers per hour. I think it's like 1950 we start getting diesel trains, but they won't be super good. So what I would need to do over here is to make an additional 2 tracks on the right, going through the tunnel, down here into this station, so this station needs to be upgraded again. Yes, it does. Okay, so I'm going to pause, because this is going to mean that I have to demolish this stuff yet again. Which includes all of the signals, because I'm going to rearrange how the tracks are. And I need to make sure I don't delete the wrong tracks. I'm going to delete all the way to the station. Now, the easiest thing I could do is just delete everything on this path, since there's so many different things. I think that's what I am going to do. This will be easier than trying to click on everything. Okay, now we add all the tracks back. No, actually, we're not going to add all the tracks back in. We're going to delete these back to wherever they match. Looks like it's here. We are going to add the tracks only into this portion. At least right away. This track is a bypass going into the station, so we'll delete that for now. Because it's actually not going to be a bypass anymore. No, that is a bypass. Or an end station, not a bypass. We're going to add 2 more tracks on the bottom portion with this platform, actually. We should probably move this around up here. We'll work on that in a minute. So what we're going to do is plan on moving this platform down 2 tracks. And that includes me deleting this portion here. Now I can configure this. We're going to just delete a small side of it so I can fix this first. There. A platform. So that drops off the steel to the goods factory. And then we have 2 tracks, platform, and 2 tracks. Do we need this copied? We have 2 tracks coming in from the right on the top portion. What is that from? That could be... oh, that's the food for sure. And then the other one is plastic to goods and then goods out. So we do need... no, that would be a bypass, the food. If we were to switch to plastic to be in the top portion, we could have the food coming in from the bottom, I think. Let me look at this station, make sure we can actually flip this around. Food would be on the bottom. If we come up here, that would cross over the field delivery. But it doesn't cross over to plastic. We could just move the plastic on the other side. So we will plan for that, which means not deleting the whole thing. Means we are going to use this for dropping off plastic and steel. So we do not need this platform on the bottom, we just need the tracks. And now I can say goods are now on terminal 6. Back into configure. Get rid of all these. What, Tori? I hear you meowing behind me. I think she's gonna climb the furthest away. Yep, she's by my feet now, so she's probably gonna climb across my legs to get to my lap. This looks a little bit more organized. So, we have... get rid of that. This is bypass. Then we have this is our steel coming in. And we had the signal here, which would mean that our train has to come into about right here. Oh, she got down. And then in somewhere, we're probably gonna have to fix this later on. We should be fine. And then we still alternate, right? This would be down, this would be up. Okay. And now we delete all of these. Is they not gonna line up correctly now? Bring you into there. Actually, if I delete to the bridge, could we make this a little bit more straight? Instead of how bendy it is. So I go straight from here to bridge. It's a more noticeable bend, but it's not as many bends. It's snakes instead of multiple humps. So that's this portion done. What we need to do is change this portion. Because this track is now going into the second to bottom there. This one goes into this. This one goes into here. This one into here. Then we have to add this out to here, as well as this one. I'm going to do the signals up here just so I don't forget them. Do I add more signals over here? We will when we add in the depot going in. Now, something I did notice just now is these tracks will not line up with this anymore. That's going to be changed by us adding things. Okay, so we're going to do a temporary track. Look. Get these in there. Because we have to work on our town's terminal before we can do anything over here. You should be good. Steel to goods. You're disconnected from your track. I have to work on you. Up here. I'm thinking about how we do this for the tools. I think we were saying we're going to bring the tools straight in. We do have this set up, but if we move these up, can you move out of the station? You will not move out of the station. Okay. What if I go down here and do something weird like this? That's the wrong track. Like this. Too much curvature? That's not too much. And then I'll copy you and bring you into here. Although you say too much. That should be the steel one fixed. That's plastic goods. So what we need to work on now is this section. Everything should be on the right terminals, right? Yeah. We just need to work over here. And there is a train here. So, need to find a way to move you out of the way. You pick up steel. Can you turn around, please? You just need to be out of the terminal so I can mess with it. That's good enough. Think about how we're going to do this. Because we're moving the food, which is these two bypass tracks, to being this one track with another one. Okay, so let's delete these two. Delete these two and the track that the train is currently on. And then we can go into here and configure this to be the right way, which means deleting these. I think. That should be track. Platform. I missed the track. And then terminals we want oil and plastic on the bottom. Oil to plastic, I mean. And then Shady Acres, plastic and goods on terminal 3. Sophie, welcome in! Now that you're here, we get to do something fun that we thought about. Are you ready, Sophie? We had plans. We were waiting for you. For weeks! Just kidding, it wasn't multiple weeks. So, as you might remember, this is based off of the European transportation. So it has European towns and European vehicles. I think last Saturday, not 2 days ago Saturday, but like, what was the Saturday I'm talking about? On the 18th, we did a poll on making one of these towns named after whatever town you would like it to be that's in Germany. So it doesn't have to be the town you live in, but a town near you maybe. I don't know. It'd be up to you. And then that would be the first town that we transport our people from here to either one of these two. So if you're willing to choose a town in Germany that you would like Haverhill or Nailsea to be renamed to, we would pretend that we're transporting people to your town, even if it's not the town you actually live in. What do you think about doing that? Because we're going to transport it by boat. That's fair. I'm not. Plus, we don't want to dox where you live. Okay. You don't have to do a name redeem for this. This is just something fun. We're probably going to name... Well, first, before you choose a town name in Germany, which one do you want to rename? Haverhill or Nailsea? Whatever one you don't choose is going to be for Regis. It's called Mainz. Aww. Where your grandma lives and your dad is from. Next to the river. We don't really have rivers between these, unless you count this as a river here. But we do have this canal. That's up to you. I don't care which one to rename. Okay. This is kind of an island. I mean, it looks like it's connected ever so slightly over here. So maybe we call Nailsea whatever Regis would like to choose. I don't think Regis is here. Regis, if you're here, please say hi. He was having issues due to weather, so I highly doubt he's here. Apparently Ireland got hit by a very rough storm and knocked out internet in his country. So he checked in recently. He's doing okay, but he was gone for like a week. So we will name Haverhill. Now, am I pronouncing it right? Mainz? Because we have in the US Maine like this with an E instead of a Z. But is it pronounced Mainz or differently? It's Mines. See, I had a feeling I was going to say it wrong going off of how the US says Maine. Gotcha. Ooh. You know, it is very funny, Sophie, that you came back. The stream that I start shuffling the playlist and before the first song that you redeemed. Usually this is the first song to play in the stream before we even start. Alright, let me catch up on what you were saying. Well, if people get there by boat, it makes sense. Music is very quiet. This song starts off very quiet. If I turn up this song, like the Spotify just for the song, the next song's gonna be very loud. Yeah, it does start out. Okay, you do hear it now. Okay, let's see. I don't know if we want to get into passenger transportation yet. We are working on setting up our... Not that, that's a town. Our tools and machines to get into the town, so we're fixing over here. So we'll do passengers soon. I might wait until another stream that you're here for, because we're only going to be streaming for maybe another hour and a half. Why do you have audio on the printer can? What do you mean? The webcam that the printer is on does have a microphone in it, but I don't have an audio thing set up for it. The audio that you're hearing me on is my own microphone, which is away from it. Yeah, you're gonna hear it through my microphone, even though it's on two separate sides of the table. So, right here where the printer is, I don't know if you can see that it's on a shelf, but behind the monitor is where the printer is, and the microphone is way over here. Yeah, it's okay. No, if I accidentally set up the camera mic, I would have wanted someone to tell me, so that's good. Thank you for saying something at least. It's probably only going to be running for another 3 days, so we'll be hearing the printer next stream on Wednesday, but we might not hear it on Saturday, depending on if I let the printer take a break. Because we're almost done with all the Pikachus, which means that I'm almost done 3D printing all the Pokemon stuff for the students on the bus, which, by the way, I have Gengar printed and painted. I need to put a little bit of white in the eyes and then fix its teeth, because although it doesn't show on stream, there's a lot of purple on the teeth, at least on this side. And I have 3 of these to fix. I showed Sophie the other one, so she knows what that looks like. Let's get back in here and configure this. We were getting rid of these and adding tracks in here, and then platforms. Now we need to fix this track, which thankfully now will be connected to this side. I'll show you what I mean in a second. It's going to be a little bit hard to tell with the train being here. So if I take a track like this and push it out here, where it's not going to stay, you can tell that, that right here it's separated. There's like a little divot. Right here there isn't a divot. And I prefer to have them connected to where that divot is no longer there. So now that we're doing this and updating the track, there's no divot. I don't like that we separated the signals there, but I'm going to leave it. On the other hand, I am going to put the signals over here. And then I think we redo this bridge in the center here. We're going to have to redo this track. So I think we delete... Would a track curve into here nicely? I don't think the track would go into that nicely. But if I go like this into this track... into the track, please. I don't think I can do that with the signal being here, so let's get rid of the signals. Not the track, please. I'm trying to make this the final time we switch this track around. I think that would go in straight. I can't tell with the train being there. That looks relatively straight, where the check mark is. I'm not going to be able to tell on the left side because there's a split here. That should be good. But this track is then going to have to be this track here. So somehow I have to make this curve into that. Luckily, it's going to be for this train, right? No, this is for the other train, never mind. Which means I need to get rid of you. You aren't connected here. This is what I mean by the divot. I don't really like that. It could be because there's a split in the tracks, so I might put this divot just because of that. Not sure. We are going to connect this in. Thinking about how we do this. feel like I'm doing something wrong here. We're not bringing this track into the stations down below. All we have to do is get this train down here, I think. Yeah. So let's go into the terminals first. We're going to make sure that it's set up on the right track, so that's good. We just need to get this train over onto this side now. And then we move the track down to the right spot. Oh, I can do a merge onto a bridge. You need to be down there. If I do a temporary track, this should mean that the line is connected properly. So you should know to come down here now. If there's another train coming up, it's probably going to mess with that. Where does this line go? Oh, we have to fix you coming into the town. Okay. So do you go down? You do not go down. Why? You should go down here. Maybe it was a distance thing, so if I go here and then delete that, you should cross over now, because you have no choice. Perfect. That song that was just playing might be taking off at some point. Not too sure about it. Okay, that did not fix this track. Let's make it look all nice and pretty. All the trains should be on the right side now, except for the food trains, which we're going to have to move around. But what we're going to do is get rid of this track. If I actually wait for the train to get past the bridge, I can delete this part of the track as well. Is this another one of Sophie's redeems? Let me pause. Conditions of multiple vehicles is poor, but that's because we don't upgrade them. I know they get slower, but I don't really notice a difference in how they work. It's Tay-Tay, so likely yes. Why don't you... That was weird. Now you're next to the bridge. Okay, there. Just in case the trains get bigger, we'll make the split a little bit further away from usual. Bring this all the way down. Should connect all the way in. Yes. Then, of course, gotta put in our signal so the trains know where to go. Looks like it needs 2 here. And then it's gonna need 2 way down here, right at the split. And then what we need to do is... We'll get rid of those. We're going to make a merge into this track. Whoa. Where are you creep? That looks weird. You imagine a train coming high speeds, doing 120 kilometers per hour, slamming on the brakes to 30 kilometers just to go around that curve and then go back up to 72. I want to see a train do that in real life. I'm sure they won't derail. Okay, that is just for a train going onto this bottom line, which is bringing oil over to here. Top track is plastic going out, middle tracks are food. So if we come down here, we then have to look at this. So you are this track. You go to the right spot, but you don't continue to the town. So if we follow this down here, for some reason it splits. Shady Acres branch. We want plastic and good on Terminal 2. For now, we're gonna want food on this one. You are the plastic line. So you need to merge onto the correct track. If we go like this, you should then merge onto the right track. How many trains do we have on this one? Only the 2. Okay, so the other train that I saw earlier going the other direction is for food, which is this guy here. Oh, you're the only train bringing in food. Okay. Well, you are an easy train to fix. You go on that line, please. Perfect. And then we get rid of the merge track. Then we have to do the same way down here, and I don't remember where it is, so I have to pause. Train already went past it. I think it's right here. It is. So now all the trains should be on the right spot. Ooh, SiriBot banned someone. Or no, just deleted a message? I don't know what the message was. So if you're still here, as long as it's not a link, you could try again. Hopefully SiriBot won't ban you. Not ban, won't delete it. It says spam detected, but I didn't see any other messages, so I don't know what it was spam. I don't know. I always leave it up to you guys if you want to dispute stuff or not. Now, we have everything going to here on the proper track, as far as I know. What we need to do is fix the town terminals. So it's going to have a total of 6 things coming in here. That's 4. It needs another double track and another platform. And this will be the final station for this, unless we add passenger train somewhere. But I think when we looked around and saw what we had in terms of trains, I'm gonna redo this curve. We saw that there were no towns in a good like train distance, because we're gonna do mines with boats and then Nailsea on boats. I think there's another town we can get to up here. We could probably do Stratford on a boat too, but that would be a very long boat ride. That's probably going to be a whole year in the game. This is another boat. Bedford's going to be another boat. If I was going to do passenger trains, I could do passenger trains and boats going into mines and then into Bushy. So boat to mines, but then a train also to mines and Bushy. That'd be a lot of working on the track again, but we'll figure that out later on. What we're going to do now is bring the tracks out straight. Actually, no, because I don't know how long the trains are going to be to merge into here. So what we're actually going to do is get rid of all of these. Probably like that to do the curve. And I want to bring this track into there. Now this track is right next to it, so we can just bring this right in. And now we figure out the merge outwards. This track seems to be doing fine with it there, so that's what we're going to copy. Let's go out to here. We'll copy it here as well. And this is just so that we can have 2 trains later on if we need to. And then let's put in signals. We're going to copy this length just because we still have yet to put this merge thing in, or the depot. And then we will add another set of signals down here so they know which track to get on when they're leaving the station. I think you only need to add one signal for them to know which track is a one-way system, but multiple signals allow a train to be in this portion without the next train waiting way down here. So it helps with the frequency, I think? Now these seem very far apart. So I'm going to come down here and add signals here. Add signal. Gotta get closer. There we go. We might want to spread these out a little bit more. But the trains are going to get longer, so actually let's not do that. Think about what we're doing next. Should probably bring a train track to at least to these trees following this curve. You are plastic and goods. So let's go in here and make sure that these are on the right terminals. Food is terminal 6, plastic is terminal 5. Yes. So the food train should be on the correct track. You are part of plastic, so you need to come down to the correct track. Which is easy. All we have to do is merge you in like this. Add a signal there for this train. Oh, you were bypassing the whole thing. You should have stopped here. Let me make sure you're doing stuff right. Manage line. Pick up at Haverhill. Yeah, you are the yellow line. So you pick up over here. Come into exchange and you drop off on Terminal 3? Yeah, you're on the right track. So for some reason this train just bypassed the station. Which is okay, they'll figure themselves out. Now we can get rid of this track, this, and signal. And then let's see how this track will merge. Actually, where does it go straight? Let's do this. Where does this curve look the most straight coming out of the station? So if we put a starting point over here at the signals, I think that's a good portion to go straight into this. After that, it seemed to like it was curved more. Okay, and then you up to the tree line. Now we're going to delete these. And then probably just that. Just to put in the tracks. You can go all not on that track. What are you doing? Why aren't you snapping to this? Looks like it doesn't sing. We have new buses, so we can update our passenger transportation in our town. You're doing weird snapping things as well, so we have to make you a little bit shorter. Why do they keep doing this weird thing? You go to the end. You also go to the end. That's weird. I don't know how to explain that. But anyway, all these tracks are coming down alongside this one. Going in there. We need to delete these. Because most of this is going to be in the way. Let's just delete that whole thing. Okay. Bring the rest of the trains. Or the rest of the tracks, I mean. All the way up to here. Then we'll figure out how they're connecting to the town in a little bit. Only 3 more tracks to do. Now I'll need 2 more. One of these is not supposed to be being used. This bottom one. Okay, so if we go back to here... I started on the wrong track. We actually want to take from here into this one. And then everything else connected in. I'm glad I caught that now rather than later. Wondering why a train's not using the bottom track. You are not merging onto the... No, it should. And the last one, as long as it stays connected, which it is. Now we add in all of our signals. Right, left, right, left, right, left. There's a Venonat in chat. That is a Gen 1 Pokemon if you're trying to do your Gen 1 Pokedex. I'm trying to get better on noticing when the Pokemon go, or when the Pokemon appear. So I've noticed a lot when they're only leaving. It also looks like the person who SiriBot deleted the message from is no longer, at least on Firebot. So I'm going to say good bot. Okay, now we can delete all of these. This looks a lot more organized than how it was before. This may be the stream where we just go around and make things look pretty. Look more organized. I was trying to do that later on, but it looks like this might be the stream. Then we're going to delete all the tracks leading to here. So these are going to look different. We're doing our merges about right here, so we'll bring these out to that part. Looks like I caught Venonat. Nice. I wonder if we get something good from the Pokemon community game by catching all 150 of the original Pokemon. Why aren't you... I did see someone message, I'll say hi in a minute. Just want to finish this. Welcome in, Tanya's mom. How are you today? This is our first scheduled now Monday stream. We're going to do Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. Okay, so now we figure out how we're going to merge into here. This track goes straight into the terminal, along with the track next to it. And then we merge into the two about right there. And this one in here. How does this one go? Up to the top one. And then merge in there. I think someone said something in chat, so I'll look at it in just a moment. I think that's everything set up properly. None of these are going to be used right away because, well, one of them is fuel, which we have yet to set up a train line going to here, and the other two are things that the town doesn't want. You're doing well, that's great to hear. I am also doing well. In terms of things I'm doing outside of streaming, I'm actually almost done 2 projects. One of them is the 3D prints, so everything that's going on down below is Pikachu's, which I actually now have size comparisons. So before, the last time we were on stream, I didn't have the large Pikachus printed out yet. But now that it's been a few days, what I have here is a small Pikachu. And it doesn't look as blown out with light as it usually does. What's being printed is this size, which it looks like I'm holding this one closer, but I'm not. That's the size comparison. I think it's only 25% taller. These are for my school students. I drive a school bus if you didn't know. I'm about halfway done with the large Pikachus, and then we are done with 3D printing. They should be done on Thursday, because it takes me almost a whole day to print the 3 that are being printed down below. So I'm either going to end on Thursday or Friday. I think I did the math right, and it's on Thursday. I have a cat hair on my face, probably. Okay. Did I put any paint on my nose? I don't think I did. The mini one looks very cute. It does. Okay, it looks like we're still in the playlist. I wasn't sure for a second there. Actually, we're not. This is not part of the playlist. So we're going to go into hard rock playlist. 3D printing a lot of things for my students because I was going to do this as a Christmas present, but I didn't have the money to buy all the plastic I needed to start printing everything before Christmas, so I'm almost... Well, actually now I'm past a month late. It's been 33 days since I should have given them all these. Now, I don't see them on Christmas Day, so really it's more than that. But still, I'm over a month late going off of Christmas. They're enjoying getting them as I have them printed, so when I get to work later on, I think I have 9 ready to give out. And next thing we have to do now is connect to this. We'll go straight out for a moment, and then you are going to curve into this bottom track. And then you're also going to connect into this track here. Can I merge you into anywhere along here? Looks like I can't, so you're going to have to go to here at least. Follow this track along, and then merge in. How fast can I make this? You know, I like how that looks. And I can't see through this line to see where the next track is, so we're doing about right here. Why are you going that way? This way, please. There you go. We'll connect you to there first, and then bring you up here. And I want you side by side. Why do you look weird? I didn't do this right somewhere. Let's do it this way first. I'm doing it starting from about here. So if I bring you over to here, you should connect in the right way. And then we want one more merging into this line. So if we go from here, that should look right. And we're grabbing from this track going into there. If you go the right direction first. Construction not possible. Why is that? I think this curve is a little too drastic for it. Down here, follow this track up, please. There we go, now you're connected in. Get you down here. And then what we're going to do is merge these in periodically. Why can I not add you at all? Oh, because I started at the middle of the track. Do we do this, or do I have 2 tracks merge and then come in? I think we'll do 2 tracks merge first. So something like that, but we need to click on the right spot, I think. That's good enough. Then you go into here. And then you come out here because you're not merging into any track, you're just going all the way into this. And you down here, grab from about right here and bring it in. You should connect the right way if the track doesn't do this weird glitch thing. But I need to delete you a little bit further back. And you should at some point, there we go. And connect you in. Now we get to do the fun of adding a whole bunch of signals so that no trains collide with each other. So coming out, we want a signal here, and then one on this bottom track, so that when the train goes this way, another train can go that way. And then we'll want one here for this split. There's another split here. This is where we're going to add in a whole row of signals. And then all the signals for our 5 tracks over here now. All these tracks are only going out. I don't send my trains back to the depot, so there's no reason that they would be going the opposite direction. So we just have to make sure that we stop trains on the main line like this. And then over here, we probably should add signals on the end of where they merge in so that they can tell the other trains they can go. And now we have to go this way and tell trains to stop going this way. And the same over here. That should be all of them. Total of 5 signals facing each direction. I need that open actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all of them. 5 signals here. There's 5 signals going to the left only. So that's this whole thing sorted out. Now we can do play, and all the trains should know what they're doing. Should. If I look at this, we need to make you look pretty, which I think I just need to add an additional 2 tracks to the side of here. We also need to move you. How do we bring it from up here? Machines are coming from the left, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, it's the tools up here. They're coming down through the station underneath this green line. So we need to update this station. Have to wait for that train to leave. And pause. We should probably disconnect the tracks before we do anything with the station. What we need to do is get rid of that. Do something like this. So there's going to be 2 lines coming in from the right. They're going to bypass the station because they don't have to stop here. And then this is the only station leaving with steel. Yes. Let's make the terminals on the right spot. Steel to goods should be now on 7, although that number is going to change. Should be fine though. And then back into configure. Delete all this. Add the tracks in over here. Add in the platforms. Now they're still in the right number. These don't really matter. Actually, they do matter because they're dropping stuff off. Which brings up an issue now. Because we need a platform between these two tracks. So back into configure, we delete these. So we need a platform here. 2 tracks, another platform, 1 track. Now if we go into terminals, everything should go to the right spot. Why are you on that line? Oh, because I didn't scroll down far enough. Okay. You should be on 9. And then iron and steel should be on 4. We don't have to worry about these at all. Actually, we could bring this track onto the other side. Let's do that. Steal the goods. You should be on terminal 8 now. No. Yes. Okay, that's how we're going to do the rest. Nah, delete the whole thing. Thought it was in configuring. I didn't mean to delete that 1 track. Add in all these tracks. Hopefully this should be the right way now. So we ignore terminal number 5. Everything else looks like it's on the right spots. Why do you have a track going downwards? I think we were fixing something. We don't need this track here. I think there was a train on the wrong spot or something. Get rid of you. We will get rid of these tracks because they're probably going to have to be redone once we add in the next 2 lines. So if we start over here, how far down do we go straight? Probably to right there. And then you will also come all the way down here. This is going to be a train line we don't use for quite a while. And then you should be able to snap in next to this track somewhere. That looks fine for now. Bring you down here. Bring you a little bit straighter, and you should, as you are, connect right in. Signals, of course. Now we add in, well, first more signals over here. And then we're going to have to add our merge lanes up to here. We start from this signal, we go up to this spot. And then give it a little bit of space and go up to this one. Add all of our signals in. Don't have to put one going the other way. That should be all the signals we need for up here. Okay. Now, we ignore this track, in a way. Actually, we're going to bring this into the station now. Like that. And you'll come out alongside, go up to the signal. I think starting from here we'll merge out and go up to the signal as well. And then this is where we add in our other signals. Okay. Now, if we run these lines all the way down, They, of course, do not connect in the right spot because I need to do a little track first. And then it lines up right. Now I have to do this in portions of track because when you do a long distance with a curve in it, the AI goes crazy and tells you you can't do the track. So although I could zoom out and do this all in one go, the AI will not let you. Let me bring these all the way up to here. Bring these up more. Oh, I can make it all the way to the bridge. I didn't think I could. And you probably aren't going to connect right. Actually, you are, because the track next to you connected in. Or are you separated it all over here? Is that a shadow? That's a shadow. Let's get these in. Now, I should be able to press play, and then the trains will figure themselves out after they merge down by the other station. As long as I keep putting in the signals the correct way around, they should go up this track the right way later on. Should be only one more set of signals. I don't think there's another one. Nope. So I can actually get rid of this track, this track. Now the train's gone through this one, I can get rid of these. And now it should be on the correct spot. Should go on the bottom one, which it is. There's only one train on steel to goods as far as I know. There is. How is that one train doing on rate? Let's upgrade that train to somehow getting to 400 rate. If I pause, I won't lose any money on doing this. If I add 2 more cars, is that enough to get us to 400? Yes, it is. Now it's above 400, but it's probably going to go down a little bit over time. While we're waiting for this to figure itself out, which it went up to 445 rate, so we're going to take a car off in a little bit. Let's do another shout out. Since they're here, we'll give a shout out to Small Town Sophie. My favorite German. Ooh, Metallica. Okay, what else? I think we still have yet to set up the fuel going to the town. So, do we have this train set up properly? We do, because it's taking... crude oil into refinery. Refined oil all the way up this line to the fuel. And then it's going to take the fuel all the way down after we set up another train. So we'll do... new line. Click here. Into here. I'm going to go in and make sure that it's on the right spots. Now that's on the right terminal, there. Hopefully this track doesn't merge into the other lane. It doesn't go straight into where it should. What do we call this? This should probably just go along with the rest of the things and be called Shady Acres Fuel. And now the moment we add one train to that line, the fuel up here should start coming down the train. So we're going to add a small train right now. All we need to do is an A3 fits. We'll do a capacity of 80 or 81, that's fine. just to start out with, because I know we don't need a lot of fuel. And then you should be able to just get onto the line because you're the only one on that line. So you shouldn't have to worry about anyone else. You now have suppliers. This should say Stratford fuel should increase. If I go up here. Oh, mines also needs fuel. I didn't notice that earlier. You should start making fuel taking back on the train. You're not. So what is missing from this? Let me look at the line. Maybe if we do this stuff, that it'll work out right. So Rockdale, pickup. Haverhill Central is another pickup. Haverhill Exchange. We want you to drop off fuel and oil. So this, and then we want you to pick up only fuel. So it should start bringing fuel over here now. But I feel like something is not right. Like maybe we should have another train going up here just for fuel. Are you going to pick up any fuel? No, you didn't pick up any either. Maybe I need to add trucks in our town for the fuel first. Because I know our line does not have any trucks on it. So if I go in here, we will do... Let's start with just 2. We want you to be fuel delivery. Because maybe this does not reach where the fuel... it doesn't. The fuel's in the center here. This one station does not reach it. Why do you have bricks? Because I need to manage you to only load fuel. Now these bricks over here should go away at some point. Next thing we're gonna do is update our buses here. Not mass clone, we want this, and the bus that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. It should mean we don't need as many vehicles. So we might be able to bring this down a little bit. How are people on cars? I think I saw a person driving their own personal buggy. Look at that! Whoever first people driving cars before there were horse and buggy. Ooh, we have this cool car. You look like you're in an outdated vehicle, sir. Actually, all of our delivery vehicles are that. So we just need a better delivery truck, which we don't have. Okay, we'll let that go for a little bit. Hopefully now, if we click up here while playing, it does have it on the train station. So what I'm going to do is tell this train... Oh, it already has fuel. Never mind. We can tell them to stop upgrading Stratford. Manage vehicles. We're going to sell all vehicles. And then we're going to go in here and get rid of this line. So now all the fuel that this area is making is going to go to our town. And get rid of this. And get rid of this. That town's probably going to decrease in its size. It's going to take us a little bit to work this out, but we should be okay. Our rate is 800, or almost 800. This is going to need to be 800. I'm going to upgrade these trains to make sure that we keep an 800 rate now that we're doing fuel and oil. So I think if I just start with one train each being added. 2, 3, 4. And this one we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should bring us above 800. It's not. Wow. Okay. Let's do this again. I'm going to pause so I don't lose money. 1, 2. So now we're at 297. We're almost doing 300 oil per train. Right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still not 800 yet. Do this yet again. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We're now above 300 capacity for all of our trains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's definitely above 800. It has to stay above 300 at that point. How slow are our trains actually? Let's take a look at this. So its maximum speed going up a slope is only 54 kilometers, but its max speed altogether is, I think, the max speed of the car. Yes, it is. The train can go faster, so when we get upgraded cars, we can make this train go and do a lot better on its rate. We're gonna have some issues with our fuel trains because we just made them longer. I want you to turn this train to turn around. Oh, I already had it turned around. I just couldn't tell. So I want you to go to about right there. Then we want to turn you off. So you should go to this and then stop. You did not stop. Ooh. The chocolate hit a sensitive part of my teeth and now it hurts. I regret my decisions. It's probably a cavity, but I don't know. I did not mean to get rid of the track like that. Whoa. That is electrical lines. We've reached the point where we're going to start getting electric trains, which for passenger trains, they are extremely fast. That's cool to see. So now we go like this. And add in our signals, I guess, down here now. Now you should move first. This train should stop. Oh, it did. Nice. Now this train didn't have an issue turning around and leaving, so I don't think we have to worry about this side. We have a two-way track merge here. As though I wasn't going to have fuel coming down on the same train. So if I go down here, did we set up that over here? We did not, so just in case I do need to make this two different train lines going on the same tracks. Let's put a double split over here. We will then get rid of these signals and move them. I didn't mean to get rid of the track. Put you back in. Signals here and here. We then should not merge the train line in same time. So we'll bring you down to there and then merge you up to here. Which means signal, signal. And that's all we need for that. Because this train should go down that way. The train should come up from this way and go into that track. If it's meant for this port. It does look like we set up the station for two different train lines for the fuel. Did I just say we're not making any food? I think our food line's messed up. Well, it looks like it's doing right. Where are you at? You're going back to get more food. Do you need to be a higher rate? No. Why does it say it's delivering nothing? 0% transport. Was that just a bug from us messing with the stuff? It says 100% here. That's weird. So how far has our fuel gotten in this area? I think we're dropping fuel off here? No. Up here. So we have a bunch of fuel here. Where is this train at? That train is in town, so it's bringing its first amount of fuel into the town right now. So that should mean this number goes up. I don't know when it's going to tell us that we have to get all 6 different types of goods to here. We have a person using this road. The number on the road is how many vehicles use it. So now we have 2 people on the road. So what is happening now is we've progressed far enough in the year of the game that now people have their own cars. So all these lines are passenger people driving their own car to each town, which looks like the road ends in Tewksbury. So our town connects all the way over to there just by car. Then why do you say... Why is there 0 everywhere else? I think it's because we don't have a public transport going to the other towns. Doesn't look like we have to worry about any of our production stuff. We're also almost up to 800 million again. Bushy now demands food, so they just upgraded to needing more things. Maybe it's a time thing. I thought this would want more stuff the moment it had all the things supplied to it. I don't know how to make this want machines and tools right now. This said it only has fuel in it. Which it does, look at that. Alright, now if we click on this, we need this rate to match what the town has. Which is 52, so we're going to manage vehicles. We're going to duplicate all vehicles. That should get us up to 60 something. Nice, 69. So we only need 4 trucks right now. We also have our automatic commands. Now I think I started a new command. The YouTube one, we did not start that. I forgot to work on this. We also need to work on the schedule one, because that does not now have Monday added to it. That could be an easy one, actually. I'll do that right now. All I have to do is say Monday and Wednesday. Mondays and Wednesdays. So it's not going to visually change in chat until it does it one more time, but we're not going to be streaming in 2 hours. So we don't have to worry about that. An update on the YouTube channel, we have the first 5 videos of Stone to Space. That is all 5 of the settlement survival streams. Now I am not going to update the YouTube channel with the Manor Lords streams yet until I do a recap of everything that happened in settlement survival, and I was trying to finish one of the 2 other projects that I have going on right now. So I've been taking like a break from one project for a week, doing another one, trying to get that as close as I can during that week. Going back and forth each week is a different project to try and get them done quicker. But as soon as the 3D prints are done, that's almost like 2 different projects at the same time. So I will be able to do more on the YouTube channel and more on stream. Now I'm going to connect this track in all the way down to the other terminal since we have that ready. And I think we will set up the terminal for the tools. Why don't you connect? Why do they do this weird thing where it doesn't connect right? And you should be able to go all the way to the same. We go this way now. There's a Sableye in chat if you want that Gen 3 Pokemon. And then we are doing signals. Well, we have new trucks now, so we're going to do an upgrade. I think we got a new train, but I wasn't really paying attention to the first thing that popped up. I just saw the truck. Continue doing our signals in the same areas. This is going to annoy me. Look at all the cars. This game's going to look a lot lively pretty soon. Okay, that should be all the way hooked up. So let's go and look at our train, see if we got a new train. We didn't get any new cars, but did we get a new train? We did not. So we might have got a new boat. We didn't even start using boats. We could until this needs the other stuff. But what we have here are the first trucks. So we had a steam truck, which I think... Nope, this was diesel. Okay, so we have our actual diesel trucks. Have an enclosed cabin. This bottom truck is only for flatbed stuff. So it's the logs, the planks, steel, and bricks. The other truck, the enclosed back, does all cargoes. So I think this also includes passengers. Shady Acres now wants tools! Yes, and machines! We unlocked all 6! Okay, let's see if we can get tools connected in immediately. Actually, do we have machines ready? Oh, we do. We just have to put a train on that line. We might be able to get everything... No, this is going to take a little bit to set up. So we're not going to be able to get tools into the town right away, but we can get our machines set up in the next 25 minutes. But what we are going to do is go here. And everything that says Shady Acres Delivery is going to get an upgrade on its trucks. So let's actually do this. And get all of these open. so that I can check the rates immediately as we do them. And then we want this open. I'm going to put you right there. So we're only focusing on these 4. First one is bricks. We want that to be above 213. I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click on this. And we want you to all be this one. How drastically does that work? That brings us up to 300. Okay, we're getting rid of a few cars. Let's sell 3 trucks. That's good, because we're increasing our town. Food should be around 48, which it's at 75. So when we upgrade these, we're not going to worry about the rate because we're upgrading our town more. So it's going to need more food. Our goods is at almost 200. We want it to be a little bit higher. So when we update all these, I don't think we're going to change the rate. And the last one is our fuel, the newest versions. Now at some point we are going to get oil tank trucks, and they're going to be the only ones that I change to being specialized. Actually, we could do specialized ones for the bricks. Let's switch them. First we'll do these, so they're upgraded for the fuel. Let's upgrade these. They shouldn't get a rate change by going into this truck. But now they're at least visually different from these. What else do those trucks do? So in terms of goods going into the town, it's only bricks for that type of truck. So we don't have to worry about the rest. So that's our distribution station setup. Get rid of this. We can now put in a line from here all the way into our town. Now that should automatically choose the correct path and terminals. So if I go back up here, it should automatically know to go to the bottom portion, which it did. Awesome. Now we make a long train. Let me do that. We then want this, I think. Yep, machines and tools are on this one, so we're going to do a carbon copy of this. I'm going to bring this up to 104 for start. Then we want you on line 1, and we want to name line 1 Shady Acres Machines, right? If I go up here, yeah, they're machines. Then what we need is to find out where our machines line is going to go. So we want this highlighted, and then we want to get this opened and toggle between this. I see a little bit of machines in here in the center. I also see one thing of tools over here. So what we want to do is probably this terminal. And then if we toggle between this, we want highlighted buildings in white to be where the machines are. Let's just make sure. Machines are all in the yellow. So they're on the right stuff. So if we do another line, I'm going to do from here to here. This is going to be in Terminal 2. And then you are Shady Acres Machines Delivery. Perfect. And now we click on Machines Delivery. We get rid of these. You can go over here. Actually, no, we need to buy the vehicles first. Machines on here. We're gonna buy... I'll buy 2. Machines delivery. That should automatically tell this to start putting machines on the line, on the train station. Might take a moment. Did we put the train on the line? We did. So the train is coming up here. Do you know the Muffin Man? Should be saying consumers Shady Acres 1. Where did you put that 1 machine? Because I don't see it on the terminal. You're definitely not over here. Okay, let's go into here and sell this truck because we don't need it anymore. We then need to get rid of temporary machines. Don't need that line anymore. We're then going to go into this town and delete the station, which is right here. Unless that also needs the... Wait, that's machines. What was I bringing? Oh no, it's to here. Sorry, that's for tools. We do need that one station there. What we don't need is this. All the machines are now on this terminal here. By the time the train gets up here, it should have more than just 3. Which I think it's this train here. It is indeed, because it says plastic, so once it gets in there it should update. And it's probably going to say plastic and then however many cars we have full of machines before it leaves. Okay, and that should start bringing the machines in. We should then get this getting upgraded. Let's go and attempt to set up this whole thing. So how am I going to do this? We probably want the train to come through here and then go down and loop up along the road. I think that's a good way to do this. So if we rotate this all the way around, we actually want to crooked a little bit. There, I think this truck station's going to be in the way of the train, but we'll try to put it in. Oh, it's not in the way. This road is, though. We're going to have to get rid of that road. Where's that road lead to? It leads to Rockdale, so why are there no cars going up Rockdale? No, that's not what I meant to do. This. No one is going up here. I wonder why. I guess Rockdale is too small of a town? Who knows? Let's get out of there. But what I do know is this road's gonna have to disappear. Oh, it does not like being taken away. But we have a new boat, so we're gonna have to get into boats soon. First, let's put in, not tracks. We want roads. I'm gonna try to make this a little bit wavy. Can you come out straight first? Thank you. Nope, straight please. No. You're not gonna bend the way I want you to if you don't come out straight first. Come on. There we go. And now if we bend you into here, you should make a good looking curve. The town's connected back up. Let's see if that changed anything. Let's disbend. 23 people are going between Tewksbury and our town, or at least to Bushley. I guess because these two towns are so close to next to each other. Anyway, let's not get distracted. What we want to do now is add another station here. Now I do know I could do something like this and add tracks. But that also adds a platform, and I'm trying to not add platforms unless I need them. Also trying to line this up right. So if we do something like this, and then our final terminal will be over here if it connects into it. It does right there. Just to check. Yes, it does. The track's gonna look a little bit weird though. That's okay. Configure, we're gonna add 2 lanes. Actually, you do need to have the other platform. So I'm gonna delete this. We're going to add our first train platform, or train station with 2 platforms. And now we add in our train track in like this. And I'm going to assume it's going to be a large train, so let's go out to here. And this is probably going to be just a 2 signal track. It's definitely a 2 signal track. Okay, that connects into there. So if we start at this station, it's going to come in, skip this one, drop off. Then it's going to continue to this station, pick up, come back, drop off. So this needs to be another double. And I think we have enough room. We do have enough room. Okay, so it goes over here, picks up, comes back here, drops off, picks up here, and goes into there. So this is where our tracks are going to look a little bit funky. Luckily, I think they clear the road that we placed in one of our last streams. And this is going to be a 3 signal spot. And yeah, I don't think the train's going to actually clear the station and the signal, so that might cause issues later on. We'll worry about it later. Tracks. Now this is an odd situation where if we have this track coming straight in, our second track here would have to be on the bottom half merging into that. But we also want to take tools from here out and go down here. So we actually want to have the merge on the top, which would mean this track would have to go straight in. And then we do something like this. Let's do it through the road. And then bring you all the way in. And this, due to the roads, is probably going to be just a 2 signal stop. Now, we're going to need you to be configured again to have a pass-through area, which is going to mean that the truck has to go away first. But if we do this correctly the first time, come over here, we configure this, we're going to add 2 tracks to it. And then we're going to add our actual tracks. Now, how is this going to cope with going around the factory and the town into this station up here? It's probably not going to cope very well. It does not. It wants to go straight through the factory. So what we're going to do is get it relatively curving and then connect it into the station. However way it sees fit. And you to there, connect you all the way in. Now that should be all the way connected into our main distribution area. Yeah, because you merge off of this line. This line connects all the way into that station then connects into this one. We're getting closer. Oh, we have a new train. That one kind of looks like a diesel train. I think it's one of our last steam engines. I could be wrong. I'll add 2 more signals. Okay, now we should be able to put in a new line. This will be here, here, to here, here, in here. I just need to check the terminals. Pick up on 1, there's only 1. Come in here, drop off on 1, continue on. Come down here, we don't drop off. No, sorry, we skipped this one. We come down here and we drop off. Or no, we pick up. I am so confused. What am I doing? Pick up. Drop off on 1. Come down here, we pick up again. Then we come back down this track. And we drop off on 2. Then we come down to Lower Tewksbury. We drop off again on 2, and now the track is right. One last check to make sure this can merge in. It cannot right now. So let's do a merge. First connect this up to about right here. And this up to there. We will then go from here into here. A signal after. This will have 2 signals. Now we should be able to get a train onto this line. And that is going to be the flat cars. So if we go to wherever our thing is. Now I could make a second depot closer, but I kind of like the depot being in one spot and us knowing exactly where it is. Now you are a steam train that has a higher speed, or actually no, it's a lower top speed. Is it better in anything else? It actually seems weaker. Passenger trank. Trank? Passenger train, tank locomotive. Okay. Oh, it's our first German train. At least I think it's our first German train. I don't think anything else said that it was from Germany. I mean, this is Prussian. Or the Prussian State Railway. But this one actually says it's used throughout southern Germany. So this will be a train that we use for transportation at some point. It will, after 1970, not be able to be used again. So we have to try and use it within the next 60 years. Oh, I didn't mean to close out that. But for now, we're going to do this. And I'm going to guess we're going to need a lot of cars. So let's do that many. That's 21. I want to add a whole 1 car. You will go on line 1. While you are making your way over, we're going to rename this, which is over here. You are called log 2 planks to tools. We'll wait for the train to get up here before I start getting rid of the trucks, because right now the trucks are distributing everything correctly. How far away is this train? I think it's this one right here, or it could be this one. It's probably train 9. No, it's not. It's actually the one that I said first. Train 31. I think we have more than 31 trains, but we probably deleted a train somewhere and it just reuses the number. This is awesome. We progressed so much in the last 2 streams. I think after we connect this tools factory in, the only other thing we can work on is passenger transportation, while we make sure our rates match how many goods we need. You are passing a station right here, it looks like. Should be passing the factory right now. Nope, that was a little too early. Now it's there. Should be going through the town now. Then it will bypass this to merge in. It probably will stop at the planks, the sawmill, just because of how the line is made. Yeah, you're slowing down. Okay, now that it's moving on, we can go into this. Temporary log 2, we're going to manage your vehicles, and we're going to sell your one whole truck. We're then going to go into our lines, and that's log 2, so we're going to get rid of temporary log 2. Now all the wood should be on the station, which it is. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of this road that I placed in that doesn't look too good in this area. We can get rid of this depot. And now we need to make sure that our train is, or our line, is 400 rate. So let's add more cars to this. I'm going to add 2 at a time. That's perfect because it's going to go down after it gets some weight on it. Especially since it's going to drive a little bit slower going through these bends. We are going to need another train, but that's going to be after this levels up a little bit. We can now go down to here and get rid of this truck system. Manage vehicles, we will sell. And then we will go into this and get rid of temporary log 1. And then we get rid of the station. Do we need this here? We will temporarily. Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, we don't need a rate of 800 because we're taking logs, we're dropping them off, and then we're going to get more logs. So we only need a rate of 400. But it went down now that we have all this extra weight. So we are going to add another 2 cars. And let this play out a little bit more. Hopefully by the time it picks up the wood from over here, it will have a decent rate lined up. This truck goes from... oh, it's the tools for there. Okay. Now I did see a bunch of the other towns are upgrading. Or not upgrading, but wanting more things. So it might be good to go around and upgrade some of the other towns. This went down again. Once we get to the 30 car mark, I think I'll take it down to 15 cars and then do 2 trains. Hopefully we don't need to have 40. Although that would be better, having 2 20-car trains. And you are way too close on turning around. Which isn't going to matter right now. But I need to make the merge after the signals. And that is our alarm, so we're going to have to rate out in a little bit so I'm not late for work. The rate went down again. Okay, while you're there, I can add this in. And then we can get rid of this, 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 and this. And move our signals down to here. Now I'm gonna keep that signal there. But I'm gonna move these signals down to here. And only get rid of this signal. Now we're going to have to mess with the track on the other end, because you can't drop off. Actually, you should, because you're still at a station here. Yeah, you're still able to drop off. Doesn't matter what station you're at, or what platform you mean. So now you're above 400. So we'll see how this goes through. Oh, you should have picked up planks. Why did you not pick up planks? Because you weren't on the right side, I guess. So we can get rid of this as well. Manage vehicles. Get rid of this one single horse-drawn carriage. Go into here. This is this one. And then get rid of you. So now all the planks should go into the train station. We just need to make sure that the train has enough room to merge in. I think it does. I think it's just the other side we didn't do the right length. On the other hand, I didn't think I'd need a almost 30 car train. Yeah, you make it past us. Okay, then you go back up on the right side. When it comes down here, it should go back up on the right side. Then all we have to worry about is going from here to the other town. So let's go in here. We're going to configure. And you need to have 2 tracks. Get out of there, we go into here, we add this train line into there, and this one into this one over here. And we're doing signals over here, it seems. Now, you did not pick up a single piece of log, it seems, or you dropped off already. I think you dropped off already. Actually, I think I need to look at this. No, it does have both. Never mind. Got worried there for a second. Just want to make sure this goes back on the bottom portion now. Because maybe that was why you didn't pick up any logs from over here. Are you not connected? You are connected. Why are you not making the planks? You again did not pick up any. Okay, let's manage the line. We're going to go in here. We want to unload and then pick up planks. This one we are not loading, we are only dropping off logs. That should help it figure out what it's doing. It should already know because it's going to here next. Oh, we didn't connect this by road. Now you're connected. Okay, that was what we did wrong. So this should now start putting planks on the station. I see one box already. Little things like that can mess it up. So let that pole go through, then we will go into our raid out scene. Meanwhile, I'm going to make sure that this is at the correct spot. It is below 400 again. So that tells me we need to put another 2 cars before this train goes into the station. Just so I can see how long it is. Ooh, you might not go back up on the right spot. Yeah, I didn't think you were. So we're going to delete you and these. Now, going off of this, that's about 4 car lengths. So if we start the merge from about right here, we actually did need to get rid of these. Okay, looks like 2 people said we should raid into Southern Finn, so that is who we will do. As soon as this train makes it all the way to the other end and we fix the other end of the track. Okay, we want to have this open at all times so I can make sure that this stays below 400. It looks like when it's leaving this side and going down to this side, it's at above 400 rate. but coming back it's doing a lot of stopping, so it's a little bit slower. I just want it to be at the 400 rate, so when we add a second train, it evens out. Actually, no, we only need 200 per train if we're doing 2 trains, right? Because we could mess with our frequency. I don't think you are going to be short enough to make this. Or you just about make it, but we're going to delete this. And start from here. That is a very short merge. We're actually not going to do that. Now, hopefully this is a far enough merge. When you delete a track when a train is on it, the cars usually merge together, so I can't tell how long this train is. It looks like one car went in. Okay, that looks like this train is all set up and ready to go. We're still above 400 so far. Bushy now demands food. So let's let this do one more loop. Or finish its loop. Just so I can see how far down the rate goes as it goes further. It's probably going to go down closer to 400. Because it's not able to get it up to a high speed right now. But now, if this stays above 400, we can just cut this train car thing in half. So we go down to 15 on this train, and then just add a second train. We are still at 400. I think it's going to go down again once it reaches this station. If it doesn't, I think we're good to go. You go up on the right side. It went down below 400 again. Okay, so what I'm going to do before we rate out is we're going to cut this capacity down to 120. And we're going to duplicate it, and hopefully that will help with our rate. So we duplicate this. I know it just cut out all the logs that we picked up in that train. That other train's also going to take a while to get up here. So I'm going to let this play. We're going to actually save it before we rate out. And I will let this play in the background. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. EST, and Saturdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. EST.